Okay, we are rolling. Put the sink. I need to get my coffee.
Yes.
We still don't have mugs.
Jeppe, same. Look at that.
Yeah.
Did you use a lighter on the corner?
Yes,
to make it less sharp?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not like poisonous at all.
If you have a Leatherman and something, you can pretty much do everything. That's it. Now we can start.
Okay. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to today's video, which is a different format because it's gonna be us three talking about paintball versus airsoft and the differences. We have Jeppe here, who is our AEG engineer. Jeppe used to play paintball for how long?
A couple of years at a reasonable level.
Yeah, and then you switched to airsoft and you also worked in airsoft for how many years?
Oh, 7 years now, I think.
7 years, yeah. So lots of paintball experience, lots of airsoft experience. We also have Joseph here, lots of airsoft experience right there.
Yeah, no. Well, I played paintball 2 times, 3 times. I hated it. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't like it. So.
I think this video is gonna trigger so many people because there's like this hatred against paintballers in airsoft. Yeah. It's like Xbox people hating PlayStation people. It makes no sense.
But honestly, like paintball is great in a way that you can see that you hit the guy. It hurts more. It's fine. But I just don't like the guns. They are not precise enough. Maybe they are already precise, but I only played with the shittiest rental guns. That's my experience. I like airsoft. Yeah. So that's... yeah, that's pretty much what I played. The tank was just a little bit bigger.
That's what we found here, so we have it for comparison. So Jeppe, bring it on. Which kind of videos did you bring today for review?
A couple of different videos that show some funny moments in paintball, but also what it can be about. So the first video is sort of like an introduction that shows many sides of what paintball is about as a hobby or sport for people.
Okay. A lot of ads.
Yeah, a lot more ads than you see in airsoft.
There's more sponsors, yeah.
That's good about paintball.
Yeah.
And it's cinematographic. That's also very rare in airsoft.
Yeah.
Because people actually put the effort into it and they get paid. So.
Wow.
To some degree.
It's passion. It's passion.
I would think so.
Yeah.
But actually, what I like about paintball is that you have basically no cheaters because no, not cheaters. Sorry, wrong. That was wrong. I wanted to say no campers. You can't have campers really in paintball, right?
So just a quick point to point out. What I focus mostly on is speedball or sub-air paintball, which is like the tournament side of paintball, and that by definition is different than how most airsoft is played, even disregarding if it's 6mm or paint. It's not just about the fact that it's paintballs, it's also the format. That's way different. Okay. Simply a different culture.
I think that in paintball there is less campers and stuff. It's more active. You have to just run and shoot, which is a huge advantage compared to airsoft, I think.
I think a few people like that aspect of airsoft, that they can like hide in their gillies.
That's me.
Yeah, of course you don't like it, but because you don't do it. But in general, I mean, you talked about it, that because it got competitive and it got like a legit sport, it completely developed very different than what airsoft is right now.
Yes, and it has had a long time to do that. So it's because it started with like speedball or whatever in the 90s, and then it just went full-on competition. So they've been doing this for what we see now. It's pretty much looked that way for the last 15-20 years.
And it's also getting a lot more publicity, right? So everybody knows paintball, but not everybody knows airsoft.
I think that's changing, yeah.
Because usually what I'm doing now is when I talk to a stranger and he asks me something, what's my hobby? I say airsoft. He's like, what? I say like, you know paintball, right? So it's the same, just more cool. So that's what I always do.
That's where the dislikes come now.
Yeah. Right there. Push the dislike button. Push the dislikes button.
Joseph,
it's on your channel, so
you screwed up.
Yeah, let's play the video.
Let's play the video.
It's very well cut.
Yeah, the video is
and they have
nice
tactic briefings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Wait, let's go back to that.
They have like a legit meeting room for tactics.
It's like the map, and then they probably discuss.
Well, that's the map.
yeah, because that's like the bunkers, how you see them.
Have you ever been in such a meeting?
Well, not with like display and everything, but yeah, this sort of stuff is, you don't have to go very high in divisions before this is commonplace. It's something you can do not on the field that gives you a better chance on the field. Like you go here, and that's like plan 1. You go here, that's plan 2.
And everybody has to remember what the other people's role is, right? Okay,
Yeah.
I know there is my friend, and I know he's watching this area, so I can run.
Yeah, it's
Something
a
like
lot
that.
about trusting the person next to you, trusting your teammates to cover your blind areas so you can focus on where you have to fight.
That's missing in Airsoft, I think.
I think they do it, but in most cases it doesn't work out.
In paintball, the field is smaller and it's more consistent, so you can make more precise gameplay plans.
Actually, what I'm wondering, why have you switched to Airsoft?
Because paintball is more expensive, and because it's more interesting to play it at a high level, and that puts more demands on training time, physique, money, and time all dedicated.
So you didn't get bored, it was just more demanding to a point where you said, like, hey, let's just do something else.
So what's more expensive about it? It's mostly the paint, is it?
I would say it can seem like it's the paint, because the paint is expensive when you shoot a lot, but it's just as much travel to different events, because by nature you have to go to events and play, at least if you want to play a tournament, and they always put those in around Europe or whatever. So it's always like a 4-day trip here and a 4-day trip here, plus you have training days with paint, then it adds up in costs.
What if you would play like an Airsoft? Like sometimes you just go to a random game
You
and
play
you play
for half a day.
You play for half a day. How much paint do you shoot? Like how much money worth of paint?
I will say though, I haven't really done that. I've only done the tournament side, but my estimate is that people would probably spend 50 euros on it, like grabbing that out of the air. 50 euros on paint.
How much do you spend in Airsoft? 5 euros maybe?
Probably not even that.
Yeah,
you
you're
charge
playing
your batteries.
GBB. Well, I play Sniper, I don't need any views.
I'm playing GBB, so I'm probably the most expensive type of guy, because you need to buy gas and heavy BBs for the GBBR. Maybe HPA. Is actually HPA more expensive than GBBRs?
Yeah, because you shoot more. LMG and heavy Bs.
Ah, you are shooting
Yes.
20 BB.
I know a
BBs.
guy who runs .4s in his LMG.
I shoot 36s in my full autos when I can.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I will shoot 40s if I was running an LMG and I could afford it.
Okay, Airsoft
Anyway.
is cheaper. That's the conclusion,
Yeah.
I would say. So let's wrap up the video. Airsoft is just great. No?
Okay, so
Okay.
I think Airsoft is getting more popular than
Oh, definitely,
Paintball.
definitely. Like on a entry level and people just browsing online and playing something with their friends, Airsoft is so much more popular than paintball. It's, or in the sense that it's taking over for paintball. Paintball is not as accessible as Airsoft is, and it doesn't look as cool playing off. That's a fact.
If you want to start with paintball or Airsoft, at how much money are we looking at?
It depends on what you want to do. In Airsoft, there is
No,
more,
just starting, just really basics.
like actually be able to
Basic,
go out
yeah,
to a skirmish
just
field
being able,
with your own
nothing
gear.
else.
I would say 400 euros is a good balance
Paintball.
between for Airsoft.
For Airsoft, 400.
400, yeah.
I also think so.
Yeah.
400.
Because you need a
Yeah,
decent
yeah,
AG, mask, equipment, BBs, batteries, charger, yada yada, and
Yeah,
it all adds up.
I also think 400.
You can get it for less, but if you go below 400, it starts to like you're making compromises. If you go above 400, you're probably thinking further ahead than you need to.
And so, paintball, how much money could that be?
If you want to play skirmish or something like that, it could also be 400. 300, 400, it doesn't
Fair
have to be much. Like if you buy something like this, which is like a mechanical marker or whatever, it doesn't cost much. But you would never go to any tournament game with that. If you go to want to play tournament stuff, it's like 500 euros and up for the markers these days. And then you need tanks, loaders, and playing equipment. I would say you should set 1,000 euros aside at least before you say, I want to play this for the next 6 months.
Let's continue the video. Proper briefings. It looks like a soccer team.
Yes, that is a very good comparison.
He even has the board
Yeah,
for infield, like.
it's
see that?
it's all the plans, the game plans, and you have like tons of different game plans. But obviously, you need to do the same thing. You can see if one game plan is not
That's
working.
a lot of mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this video, I like this video because it shows the planning, the dedication, the training from that they do physical, like non-game training when they also play. So I like that video.
What makes it so different is the competitive aspect, right?
Yes.
Because an airsoft player plays with a 3-shot shotgun, which makes no sense. And he just does it for fun. Like people just go to the field and they have fun. While paintball is lightweight, like high speed, be as efficient as you can.
When you go to a tournament, it's 90% the same when you look at what people use and where. The result is
there is no variety, really.
No, I mean it's all pretty much the same. You don't see anyone running like
This.
I don't know, this or something that's completely different, or I'm an LNG or I'm a sniper or whatever. It's just like no, everyone has the equivalent of an M4 high speed M4 with 10 high caps.
Can that even be fun over longer periods of time?
I don't think anyone should go into paintball as a player to earn money.
So is there teams that are earning money?
Yeah, but it's
Really?
yes. But it's definitely in combination with merchandising and deals and so on. It's not just like...
So there is no full-on pro players that are getting paid and live off of that?
They do, but it's in combination with advertising and merchandising.
Okay.
That's my impression. I've not followed it for some years.
Okay, let's check the next video.
Oh, helicopters.
Yeah.
Just like airsoft.
In Paris. Like the production quality of paintball videos is just insane compared to airsoft.
See, we have to step it up. That's why the flower is there. Chris was laughing at me for putting the flower there. I was like, Chris, we need to make it look nice.
Yeah, the flower makes our video like this video.
So,
that's for sure.
in the comment if you like the flower or not.
It's actually a plant. What is this?
Is it a what?
No, it's not a plant. Deaf girls.
Yeah.
Well, we have girls in edit as well.
I would say like paintballers are definitely more
With P90s.
average people.
Huh? Paintball is what?
Paintballers are definitely more like average people, where airsofters will perhaps often lean slightly towards being a bit more nerdy.
Yeah.
Military guys
Yeah.
and girls.
Whereas a lot of paintballers, they're not like into guns or this and that. They just like to play paintball.
Yeah.
Ah, that's cool. That was a cool shot. I mean, cinematic. Cool shot.
Not that,
Not
not
a
that
cool
it's
shot. There is BBs flying all over the place. Is it called BBs?
paint.
Paint.
Paint? It's just paint?
Yeah.
Oh, headshot. Godlike.
Imagine as a player would play like this.
I mean, you can play like
the
this.
Speak QB stuff that we've been seeing recently.
Oh, he's getting smashed
looks
over
a
and
lot
over
closer to
again.
this. Like when I saw the DreamHack last week, and people come around and they put two rounds in, and then they just go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. But just like continue putting rounds into a guy.
Yeah.
But they shoot like one duel.
Oh, I saw it. You showed me the video.
Yeah.
That's quite insane, actually. Just keep shooting full auto.
They don't do full on speaking either.
No, it's all semi.
They're just fast.
Some of it is. Yeah. Really fast.
Like,
There's some head go.
is that useful?
Yeah, it is that they just trigger faster. Like, look at this trigger. It's just.
Yeah.
I meant outside of paintball.
Idiot.
Yeah, if you like to like drum the table.
So what's cool about it?
It's not just the event, it's all playing, it's also what happens around it. You go there as a team or as a group of friends, and there'll be the games, and there'll be lots of shops and stalls that show the newest products, and you can talk to manufacturers and all kinds of small side things. And then you go to town, because you're not out there camping, acting, trying to be military. It's like, oh, we camped, it was raining all night, and then we got up and fought them in the night. And it's just like, you're just having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean, we are also having a good time when we camp in airsoft.
But it's different. It's more like.
It is different.
I guess you do that, and afterwards you do what a normal, like, same person would do.
There's different skill levels in paintball, and it can look the same. Like when you see these videos or whatever, it's all, you don't really get a good feeling for it. But this is a video that shows like one of the best players in the world playing with teams that are just like a couple of levels below him. And it shows the skill difference, because they have the same gear, they do sort of the same stuff, and you can't really tell the difference. But because he's so good at reading the game, he's good at reading what the opponent does and keeping them in check, and that allows him to move a lot more freely than other players' game sense, basically. And that's what this video shows. So that's a barrel cam from a super pro player, and the rest are like players.
So it's like one guy against an entire team.
It's 5 guys versus 5 guys, but one of the 5 guys is top tier.
So they just started.
Yeah.
So how many paints does he have in the thing?
About 180 or something.
180. Okay.
But like it's not normal that you get to move this freely on a map, on a field.
Yeah, he's probably too good to be.
Pretty much shot the entire team himself,
Yeah.
but he just turns around, locks them down, see what they're doing, and take the opportunity.
Yeah.
And it can be really hard to see what people are doing because you have limited vision.
It's like a typing machine or the sewing machine that you saw in MSM gear. It's like.
How many rounds can you do per second?
I think they're doing about 12.
12. They don't give a shit about losing paint. It's just like, BAM! I don't care if it costs money.
You can't stop. Like, what's the point of saving 10 balls if you lose the point?
Yeah.
And
It's so different.
he's even shooting through the. He's not stopping. He's just full auto.
He's controlling the enemies, and that allows him to move.
It's like suppression fire.
Yes, it is constant suppression.
Man,
fire.
did you see how fast he moved? Like, how fast does this guy move on the ground?
Really fast.
Like, he crawls.
He doesn't like crawl. He rests on his arms and then he pushes with his legs, so he's like running on the ground.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It also means you have the marker facing towards the enemy.
So you basically slide with your elbows.
Yeah. Like.
Do you have protection?
Yes.
So you can do that.
Yeah.
And if you do that on as a field, you lose like your elbows.
Yeah.
After 2 meters.
Yeah, there's like glass and shrapnel everywhere. Okay. Yeah, I think we've seen.
Yeah.
I like this video because it shows how fast can a modern paintball marker. actually
Rotor
Yeah.
loader. 40 BBs per second. Wow.
Well, this is like an average, well not average, but this is somewhat normal tournament marker setup. But of course they don't shoot that fast.
Wow.
No, it's automatic, it's computer controlled.
Oh, okay.
But they're all computer controlled. They could all do that if they set it up software wise. But
40 balls per second. That's fine. They don't call it rounds.
yeah. It's loading and shooting 40 fragile paintballs per second without breaking them and without misfeeding.
It's never limited by the marker. It's always the player.
Most tournaments or game fields, they have rules that says it has to only shoot semi-auto, or you allow semi-auto with like sort of a hybrid auto called ramping.
Yeah.
But even with that, most tournaments, or all tournaments that I know of, have maximum rate of fire limitations. So it can be 10 balls per second, 12 balls per second, or 15 balls per second, or whatever it is. It's normal that they are not fully automatic, but anyone can pick it up and shoot the maximum rate of fire limit like that.
So it's like one shot, and there's like 15.
Yeah,
Dun, dun.
exactly. It's quite normal that they sound like duk duk duk. That's ramping.
How do you aim with the thing?
You can show it.
Yeah. So because you can get lower, you don't use sights, of course, but because you can get lower, what you do is that you hold. Man, this is awkward. This one, but you hold like this, and then you have one eye on each side of the gun. And when you do that and look far away, you see the inside of both barrels, and it's like you have 2 sticks, and between those 2 sticks, that's the exact center.
Can I try?
Yes.
What? You look. You've both. Oh, really?
You can see both sides of the gun,
Oh yeah.
and between that is exactly where it hits. And then you also have to calculate for height at the same time. And then you aim up and down with the tip, and you know how much to aim up and down depending on how
It's
far
like
away it
the
is.
double barrel M4.
Man, let me check that.
Yeah,
Okay, I still prefer crosshair or red dot.
and that is it's
Look in the mirror.
yes. So
But it works. I can imagine that this works pretty well.
it works really well. You can just go pop and put
Man.
first shot on the target, no problem. So that's how it's completely different from airsoft in aiming. You can't do that the same in airsoft because of the stocks.
So we also have this thing, which is
A paintball gun. It's
a
actually-
paintball gun. Obviously, just look at the magazine. The size is completely wrong.
But the magazine doesn't do anything, right?
No, it's just hollow. And is that automatic or?
It will probably like hit and then shoot
And
the ball
return.
and shoot back into lock position.
But here you have sights. That's
Yes.
cool. That's cool.
Bit bent, but yeah.
It just looks wrong. All the dimensions are just wrong.
The sights don't look parallel to the barrel when you look at it. Like they're much higher.
Yeah.
So you're like you're already compensating for the drop.
Oh yeah.
You can, it's like a grenade launcher. It's like, oh, he's,
Well,
20,
it is.
he's 20 meters away, I'm gonna put it here. Push. Oh, it's 10 meters. Yeah, nice.
And
But nobody uses that, right?
not in tournament stuff.
Even in tournaments, can you have a sight?
No.
You are not allowed to have sights.
I think most rules actually do forbid sights and suppressors and lasers and whatever.
Suppressors.
Yeah.
Why would you use suppressors?
Because they're quite loud actually.
Yeah. It gives away your position.
It is nice when it's quiet because you don't keep yourself away the same. You can hear your teammates communicating better. You just got more sense because every time it goes crack and it goes off, your hearing goes like a bit.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
What do you think would happen if a paintball player grabs like a nice HE or a nice HPE gun for the heck of it being air pressure and goes to the average airsoft game? There's like a little bit of woodland, there's a little bit of, you know, urban area,
CQB. No,
a little bit of CQB.
Let's do CQB.
It's gonna look like that video I showed you.
You think a paintball player would go to an airsoft field and just kill everybody?
So are you saying in an airsoft video that paintball players are better than airsoft players?
At paintball, definitely.
Ooh, that's bad. That's
It's
bad.
what you have to look at what are paintball players
Dislike
good
it,
at and what are airsoft players good at, and then look at the gameplay and find the elements that are basically the paintball stuff. And for paintball, what paintballers are really good at is dominating someone in a one-to-one, corner-to-corner, because it's like a core essence of how they play, and they train it tons.
There you go, guys.
So CQB, maybe not within a couple of meters, but within like 5 to 15 meters, if you meet a paintballer corner to corner, you might as well save yourself the pain and call it right away. So this is a video from a paintball player who has played a long time at a fairly high level in paintball and is trying airsoft and applying his background as a paintballer to airsoft. And you can see the way he manages a corner fight and the way he snapshoots on a corner is different from what the average airsofter would do.
Then he ducks and then he goes out again.
Yeah.
Not many people do this actually.
Constantly changing height. The gun is also always very close to the corner. It's not like around, it's just like pop.
You switch the height again. That's exactly how it should be.
People don't do that much.
No.
You never see.
They are just too lazy.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
also
like,
when someone storms him, he pulls back and shoots in front, so he's still always minimally exposure. He's not playing with a high-end gun. He's got an electronic trigger, it's decent, but it's not like fast. He's not firing full auto. It's just good timing.
He's like being really aggressive with someone. He's just running and he's jumping and he's sliding on the ground with his airsoft gun. It looks so weird.
He doesn't have sights. So even in airsoft, he's not playing with sights.
But then again, that's applying the paintball background.
So is he aiming like with the barrel?
I think he just aims by sort of knowing where the gun is pointing, because you can't.
Where is he shooting?
Just shoots at the cover.
Shoots at the cover, so
They
keep
make
inside the
noise.
cover. Yeah.
Okay, wrap it up. I guess it's different. Well, it's for sure it's different.
Definitely.
From what we can see, airsoft is growing faster than paintball. It is bigger than paintball by now. So I think at some point it's gonna be, you're playing paintball, what's that? And the people are gonna say, you know, it's like airsoft. But it's not. But it's not as cool.
I wish that would be true, but
I think that will happen at some point. Maybe in like 20, 40 years, something like that. Okay, anyways, what's your guys' opinions? Paintball, airsoft, did you try both? If you did, let us know in the comments below. You know, how do you like each? Why did you decide for a certain sport? And if you want to see more videos like this, let us know in the comments below. Very different format, also very long video, but you know, we're just trying something new.
Chris, maybe we should feed the haters a little bit. What do you think about paintball?
I think it's cool, but it's extremely different to airsoft. Besides having something that shoots, I think there's not many crossovers. People go out to play airsoft just for the fun of it. I mean, paintball players also do it for the fun of it, but there's the competition aspect. And as I said before, is a sniper rifle really efficient on the field? I don't know. Is a 3-shot shotgun efficient on the field? No, it's not. Is anything different than a super short-barreled AEG or an HPA gun? Does it make sense? Probably not, but people still do it because they just want to enjoy it. Yeah, they just want to have fun and experience different things, and that's completely different. It's been long enough. Hope you guys enjoyed a discussion like this. Again, if you want to see more like this, let us know in the comments below. Also let us know your opinion. Also let us know your opinion about paintball versus airsoft. Did you try both? What's your opinion? Again, let us know. Okay, thanks for joining, guys, and we see you in the next video.